That's somebody you're a huge fan of right now?
Young boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with him.
He got that soul, that passion in his voice, huh?
Fuck with him, like 100%. Like.
So we all know that right now, O-Block and 4KT got some serious beef. We also know that Durk and YoungBoy are the ringleaders in this situation. The beef has been heating up for a long time now. People are actually speaking on it out in the open. Hopefully it stops at the most recent social media posts, because there could for real be lives on the line at this point. Most of the beef centers around the death of King Von and the web of gang affiliations that led to that to be an issue. While before it was just a beef pretty much directly between Durk and Quando Rondo, it's snowballed into a huge situation where a lot of rappers in the industry feel like they have to pick sides if they don't want to look like they aren't actually about what they're claiming. To really talk about how we got to where we are now, we have to start at the beginning, and you might be shocked to learn that originally, everybody was cool. Stuff happened between these people that you would have never saw coming in a million years. We're talking Durk calling YoungBoy one of his top 5 rappers, Von chilling with Quando Rondo, talking mess on the ops from 63rd Street in Chicago, you name it. So what soured the bond all of these rappers shared? For the longest time, things were cool. Back in 2017, NBA YoungBoy hopped on a track by Lil Durk called My Side, and people were about it. It seemed like it could be the beginning of a pretty good working relationship between the two of them. At the same time, NBA YoungBoy was getting close with Quando Rondo from Atlanta, even going so far as to sign Quando to his label. It seemed like there was a whole new clique starting to form in the industry. A little bit later in 2019, just a year before King Von's death, Von uploaded a video hanging out with Quando in his Instagram story. In the video, they're talking a whole bunch of mess on Tuka Gang.
I'm saying though, they got 63rd niggas, some dirty ass niggas, man. Y'all niggas talking about, man. I'm talking about.
Von constantly made reference to smoking on Tuka Pack in his songs. Now, if someone rides with you enough to diss the ops, that's gotta be a close homie, right? King Von thought so too until he ended up at a nightclub in Atlanta, attacking Rondo on the night of his death. About 6 months before King Von's death, in the summer of 2020, Lil Reese got himself into some beef with Quando Rondo. There are a few reasons he could have been upset with Quando, but no one knows exactly why. It could have been just a flex for the sake of flexing, since they put albums out around the same time and their sales numbers were competing. Maybe Lamron, Reese's squad, had beef with Quando's crew. Regardless of the cause, Lil Reese tweeted out the following: "I ain't gonna lie when I catch at Quando Rondo again. I wanna see what all that tough shit about. Beat the f out of that little boy. He too little." The tweet's been deleted, but Quando's response on Instagram is still up. He said,
Man, that nigga ain't gonna do nothing to me.
This is where things get a little hazy on detail, because no one really knows what drove King Von to attack Quando on that fateful night in Atlanta. A lot of the homies who were with him said that Von wasn't acting like himself that night. Maybe that could have something to do with the fact that now he had some kind of secret problem with Quando, but we might never know. And unfortunately, Von isn't here to explain his motivation. Von came to Quando swinging, and to protect his big homie, Lil Tim came out popping off shots. Lil Tim ended up getting shot but survived despite the injury. King Von wasn't so lucky. When the news broke, no one really knew how to feel about what happened. It seemed like everyone just sided with their favorite rapper, and for most people, that ended up being Von. Since public opinion is so stacked against Quando, he put out a song to address the issue. End of story, with lyrics like, "Hey, if the shoe was on the other foot, they wouldn't have said he wrong." It also goes on to talk about the whole thing was self-defense, going on about how Von shouldn't have put his hands on him anyway. Reactions to King Von's death were strong, especially on Twitter. People were down bad, knowing that one of their favorite rappers had just passed away in a shooting that was more or less completely avoidable. One fan said, "King Von's death is just really disappointing." Another fan said, "Same people that were making fun of Duck when he died, but now it's respect the dead when King Von passed." People in here pick and choose who they want to respect. To make the situation worse, Quando and his crew were on full disrespect mode after Lil Tim got released. His actual trial hasn't happened yet, but Quando and the crew paid his bail. Ever since then, they've basically doubled down on the whole self-defense thing. While there hasn't been too much in the way of disses, it's not like they've apologized or said that everything was a misunderstanding. This is where everything starts with Durk. While he might have been cool with YoungBoy and Rondo back in the past, there's absolutely no way he's about to cut them any slack for this whole thing. Lil Durk was pretty silent about the situation for a long time, but recently it started to reach a boiling point. He did make an Instagram post in memorial to Von saying, "My twin gone. I love you, baby bro, D-Roy." Tons of people were expecting there to be some serious retaliation from O-Block, but that didn't really happen. That is until NBA YoungBoy threw some fuel on the fire. Since YoungBoy and Quando are so tight-knit, YoungBoy had to make how he feels known. To do that, he released a couple tracks attacking Von and Durk directly. The songs Bring the Hook and Know Like I Know are absolutely savage. On Bring the Hook, YoungBoy raps about smoking on O-Block Pack, implying that he's trying to start a war with the whole hood. In response, some people from O-Block posted a video burning burning a bunch of green flags, which are symbolic of YoungBoy's crew. Of course, O-Block wasn't about to let that diss fly, but it doesn't really seem like YoungBoy took it all that seriously. He went right back to the studio to release another diss track. Durk also wasn't about to keep quiet about the song, so he took to Instagram to post a video of himself posing with some big stacks of money and a huge portrait of his fallen brother, King Von. After posting that video, he posted a picture of himself with the money and the portrait, but this time, he wrote the caption that said, "Don't claim it if you ain't do it. You still a bitch." On No Like I Know, YoungBoy says, "I know who got Instagram and Twitter still ain't trying to master how to play with you, and you know I play for keeps. No, I'll clap you. I don't give a f***. Just like your friend, you'll bite the dust." That's a direct shot at Durk, basically telling him that he's out for blood. While Durk hasn't released a diss track in retaliation at YoungBoy just yet, there was a little bit of Instagram beef that popped off, and this one might just be the scariest turn in the beef yet. On 20th of January, NBA YoungBoy posted a picture to his Instagram. It featured him lying down next to some money on the ground, spelling out the phrase, "You gon' die." To follow it up, he posted a pic in the same format, this time spelling, "Stay safe." While this could be a major threat aimed at people like Lil Reese and Lil Durk, could also just be a promo for his mixtape that dropped the day after Colors. That being said, even if it's just a promo, he still features Quando Rondo on the mixtape, so it's not looking good. Finally, Durk decided to break his silence on the issue. Of course, his first post was probably a response to YoungBoy, but for real, nobody could be sure. This time, Durk lets YoungBoy know what's up. He posted a pic on the 22nd of January in the same format YoungBoy was using. In the pic, he posted up at the bottom of some stairs that have money on them. The money spells out plain and simple, "Hurry y'all bitch ass up." It was kind of a mic drop moment for real. This is the peak of the beef so far, unless someone really does something. See, basically what Durk is saying is, alright, let's see if you're about to do something. Come find me. To be fair, YoungBoy's been talking a whole lot for someone on house arrest. Durk is probably just tired of the whole thing. He's just telling YoungBoy to swing first. Now the comments on this post are pretty much a mix of fans saying it's about time, and haters talking about how Durk never actually did anything to retaliate for Von. One comment reads, "I heard you ain't never slid on shit, so stop the Instagram shit." A lot of other comments are accusing Durk of being one of YB's sons, saying he's trying to be like them, spelling out threats with money, but the whole thing is that he's doing it to respond directly. It's not like he's out here trying to bite YB's flow or anything. Is Durk ready for the smoke, or should he have held back? Is YoungBoy for real about to do anything, or is he just trying to get some clout on the new release? Let us know what you think down below in the comments. Oh, and if you were digging this video, you should really check out this one next.